Hello and welcome back to Kyushu guys. So today we're building this little hospital area, but before we get onto that I just want to mention why I haven't been around recently. So I've been settling into this new job and the shifts are a bit strange, so I'm just getting used to them, realizing what time I've got available to be able to get on it and do all this stuff. So it's taking time and I do apologize. So occasionally you might have a couple of weeks where I just don't upload, but I am working on stuff and hopefully we'll get back to the regular scheduled programming, as they say, soon. Also, I've been working really hard on the Tokyo University campus pack that I've been working on, and any of you who are on my Patreon would have seen that I've done quite a lot recently, as well as on Twitter. I've been posting a few screenshots up there, and the vanilla versions of the buildings for testing are up on my Patreon, and the feedback I've been getting back from them has been amazing, and I can't wait to actually release them. I wasn't quite sure how to do it, so I did a poll both on my Twitter and on my YouTube, and the results are amazing, and I've got a lot of results back, and I'm still not 100% sure. A lot of people seem to be quite torn between having a big pack of all the assets, which will be absolutely huge and over 300 meg, or having them individually and in a collection. So I think I'm going to do both and give people the option, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So keep watching this space, and when I actually release it, well, you'll know at that point, I suppose. Same as me, most likely. Okay, so let's get into today's build. We're doing this little hospital area. Now, this is a quicker video. It's not as long as some of mine. Trying to see if I can keep it a bit shorter, but with a couple of things I've got upcoming, that might not be possible because there's some big builds coming up as we look to wrap up this series. And of course, like I said previously and in this video, this will wrap up with the build of that university using all of the assets that I've made for the Tokyo University packet, which is going to be such a big build and probably go over a few episodes. So once the first one comes out, don't worry, it won't be the last. There'll be a few more after that. And then I'm thinking about going in and off camera doing a few little tidy up bits and doing like a train journey or a bus journey or something like that. So I'll put a poll up as it gets closer and we'll see what people want and where we go from there. Anyway, I said it already, I'll say it again. Let's get back into the build. So I'm starting off just by building up the area. So this hospital's going to sort of sit in between all these buildings in the center or center-ish of the city, and it's going to be quite a large hospital. So I wanted to build up the area, put some houses around there, because you often find that hospitals aren't just in the middle of nowhere, except one of the hospitals near me is, but the other one is right in the middle of town, but houses all around, and I kind of want to emulate that kind of effect. And when I looked at a lot of Google Earth to do with Tokyo and parts of Japan, and looked at their hospitals, they tend to be right in the middle of cities. So, that's what we're going for here. So I know it was a long time ago that I actually built this section here, but as we're over here detailing and building up this hospital area, I thought I would actually finish off these train tracks. So just putting a bit of edging on, a bit of gravel underneath to make them actually, fit, because at the moment the trains look like they kind of just hover across. Okay, so now some of the surrounding areas are done, we're going to jump into the hospital. And I decided to do this like little graphical style car park, which I really like, and I'm going to use some curbs to kind of make it, you know, sort of stick out a little bit. I wanted to do this because it just looks so cool. This is a big hospital, people are coming in. I wanted it to look really nice and inviting to people, and I know it sounds weird, but a plain normal white car park just doesn't look nice. It just looks so boring and plain, so I went for this nice little graphical area. Now this little bit here next to the main building, I kept on thinking to myself, what am I going to put here? And I tried different types of garages, different types of like little ports and stuff like that, and all sorts of random things to try and fill this up. And in the end I decided to use these nice little warehouses and use them as places to keep the ambulances, so like a little ambulance sort of depot. Now we're going to have them all here on those boring white parking spaces, as I mentioned, but also opposite we've got these little depots that I'm using where the ambulance is also going to be inside. And now I'm not going to put loads of them in, I'm just going to put one in each doorway because it just doesn't need to be done, and you're not really going to sit up close to it all the time. I like the way it looked, and it kind of just fit the aesthetic that I was going for with this whole build. And yeah, that's basically it, to be honest with you. After that, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to detail up this whole area. I'm going to make it look so cool. And as you can see, what I've done is I've used those the B2B offices that have been on the warehouse English again, geez me, on the workshop since I can remember. So I know pretty much everybody uses them. They are some amazing buildings, it's great assets, and I'm going to use them, and then I'm going to go in with the hospital service cubes and sit them in so it functions. And they're not just going to be hospital, we're going to have things like elder care, child care, deaf care, everything in this one building here. This is a big complex. I toyed around with how I was going to do this for ages. This is just like, again, it's going to have some houses on, some flats and apartments, and how I was going to do it so it worked with the terrain. And I started off by using keys and then this overpass network, and none of that really worked. So in the end, I ended up getting rid of that, using the fence, using some surfaces, and that, you know, that worked. The easiest option, it looks the best, and I'm happy with it overall. But, you know, as long as it works. This bridge, I just have to say, this bridge, that's all I can say. It's absolutely amazing, and I really wanted it here. I'm yet to actually do anything with it. It doesn't work. I haven't got people walking across it, but it looks so cool, and I thought it was a nice little feature of the area. People driving up see this, and as we fill up this area over the next few episodes, that bridge will also become functional as it's actually walking to another area over there. Now, I love building these little pits. I've done a lot of them recently, these little alleyways as they cross the train tracks. They're just so cool, and they're so much fun to do because I get to play about with all sorts of things. A bit of PO here, a bit of PO there, a bit of broken fences, lots of greenery, and it's just so cool, and I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. Now, before I finish off this video, I do want to apologize for the quality of my voiceovers at the moment. My throat's hurting. My job involves me talking a lot, so I don't really get to rest up my voice a lot, and you know, I'm just very tired at the moment, so I do apologize, but I really hope you've enjoyed this episode. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave you to a little bit of a build, and I'll come back right at the end of the video. Okay, as I was saying, the cinematics are coming up. Thank you very much for joining me today in Kyushu. I had such a great time. I really enjoyed doing this, as I enjoy all of my builds. I've got some amazing stuff coming up with another few episodes of Shigai and the final episodes. And, you know, Project UK is still going. Judgment has released. I don't know if you saw episode 1, but it's doing really well. People seem to really enjoy it, so we're getting episode 2 finalized, ready to go. And as always, if you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below, and if you're a regular, do the same, because if you're not subscribed, why not? Get subscribed. I've got some amazing stuff coming up. Thank you very much for joining me as always. If you wish to support me, the link to my Patreon is down below, where you can get early access to the entire Tokyo University set. Have yourself a good one, and I'll see you later.